Hello, my name's Scott. We're going to do a short clip on how we use crystal reports to report on a modular catalog in Cabinet Vision. We also use a third-party report viewer called Datalink Viewer, and we'll go over that here in a minute. So we've got a short job that we've created with a modular catalog, and we've got construction, wood, finish, and several options here to drive all of the job parameters. And then we have a door picked, and I picked a door that has door charges associated with it so we can see how those work. Okay, so we have the job completed that we want, and we click on the report viewer button here, and you can turn that on with a selection in the registry. We'll do that here in a minute. If we click on the report viewer, Datalink Viewer opens up, and we're launching that through a batch file, and we'll go over that in a second. So the price report is what we're going to look at first. There's several parameters we can use to manipulate the report itself for the totals page. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to click OK right now so we can see. So all of our options that we set up at the front end of the job, our construction, wood, finish, those are all shown here. And then over on the right side we've got the wall door, the base door, and the edge and panel detail for the doors and what the drawer front style is. Then we list each line item is listed, and the doors that are on that item are shown, the price, and then on the last page is the totals page. Excuse me. And on the totals page, we get a total list price, and then at our company we have construction charges and wood charges, and those come in here. So if that construction charge has an upcharge, it would show here. The wood charge, here's the finish charge, and then door charges. So for an Antico flat panel door, there is a door charge. There's also a charge for a veil panel, so it totals those up for each type of door that you would have in the job. It's not limited to uppers and lowers. If you went in through the section editor and chose another door, it picks the individual doors out, not just off of the job selection. Totals up the door charges, and then shows the dealer multiplier, and then the freight would come in at the bottom. All of these totals we can control with the parameters in the report. So if we relaunch the report and we want to tell you what, let's go back and just do it this way. It's easier. So if we want to change the manufacturer's multiplier to the dealer here, we can change that to whatever we want, and that manipulates this total right here. So you can change your discount to your customer. For freight, based on the customer's zip code, we have a zone, and you pick the zone, and at the end it adds the freight amount. So we can control a lot of these items with the parameters. So that's just an example of how those work. Down at the bottom here, we can override the finish charge, the wood charge, and the construction charge. So if this parameter is equal to -1, it uses the percentage that comes from the catalog editor. But if we wanted to change it, we added a 20% construction charge just by overriding the parameter in the report. The Datalink Viewer, it is simply a Crystal Reports viewer that organizes reports in a list, and you can control the list by subject or the name. You can create groups so that you can collapse, and I only have one group here. Some of the other reports we run, I have a door report that shows all of the doors in the job, along with a barcode to cut the perimeter on those doors on the CNC machine. We have a drawer box report that shows all of the drawer boxes as well as the parts for that. And then we have, this would be the this would be the individual drawer box with the parts associated with, and then this is like a big cut list that would give you all of the drawer sides, all of the different parts in a big combined cut list. And then rollout trays. Anyway, so that's how the report viewer works. If you're unfamiliar with the registry settings to make this button come on, in the registry editor, if you go to HKey current user, software, planet, I'm using version 8, so you go to solid 8.0 and settings, we find the link command and the link label. So by turning on by adding this parameter, and if you look in the help documentation, there's some other things you can do with this. I have it launching a batch file, which in turn launches the Datalink Viewer, and then the link label controls the text here that's on the button. So there's documentation in the help file how to do this, and that's how we're launching the report viewer from Cabinet Vision.